Impact. Isn't it what we all want? To contribute our part and make this forgotten piece of rock a little bit better? His words resonate through the chamber. Anytus is idealistic and still has many battles ahead. I hope he remains strong in spirit through all the trials of his life. One of them is most likely coming in a few hours. I feel how the younger ones are excited and eager for adventure. This is their chance to prove to themselves that they are warriors. In every important and difficult decision, we people of Cautes summon the council, where we discuss and decide together what we will do as a whole. No one above a certain age is left out, and everyone can be part of the meeting. Then we vote and silently decide what we will do. The details of execution are left to specific field leaders. Our numbers are lower than at any time before. We have to focus on our own survival, speaks the opposite opinion represented by Elder Member Olach. After a few heated moments of open discussion, Bebe stands up and the room falls into silence. She is the oldest and most respected member of this meeting and of all Cautes. She remembers more battles than any of us. We agree with all of you. These are both our principles, to survive and at the same time to preserve life and help others. Her voice is shaking a bit due to old age. She continues. These are times to keep in mind the importance of the decisions that follow. Let us not decide on the verge of emotions, but everyone should reach inside and do what they believe is right. That is the only way not to regret. Then all of us took a piece of paper passed around and wrote down yes or no. Yes for going out to retrieve and save the travellers, and no for not involving ourselves in this matter this time. Historically, it always ended badly during times of travellers. Many of our people died because of this cause. What is even more dangerous is that this is an important cult-like event. People believe it could change something, and that we can move from where we are stuck. Hope is dangerous in this case. I read a lot of old texts and, to be honest with myself, I don't believe that this is some kind of miracle or hope. It is just old high-tech malfunction that should not be happening. That is hard to explain to someone who lost someone believing that travellers could actually change something. They are the same humans as we are. Through history, they even sometimes mixed with us, and they passed down their genes to some of us here in Cautes. After the council collects all of the papers, including my no paper, 5 elderly leaders read and count the points for each decision. As we have many young voters here, it turns out exactly as I expected. The final decision is yes. I believe we should change this voting system, as it may be misjudged with emotions, just as Bibi said. As the result is announced, a wave of excitement goes through the room. Warriors are getting ready and heading to their field leaders. I wonder how many of them I will never see again. As for my duties as a lead technology analyst, I am not going out with a sword, but rather with sophisticated measurement gadgets. This is the opportunity of my lifetime to collect as much data as possible and build on the knowledge of the past generations. It is a daunting task not to let hundreds of generations down and to add more to the knowledge of this technology. In the end, I believe this is our only salvation, to understand and to evolve. So I head down with the others, except I am not going to the armory but further down into the complex, to the labs. As I enter, I immediately sense something is wrong. Even though the room is huge, I am used to how it normally looks, and now the tools are left in chaos, not ordered as they should be. Everyone who uses the labs always cleans after themselves. I do not tolerate chaos in this place, and they all know it. The mess is left on the bench usually used by Adira. She is young and hot-blooded. I am sure she is up to something. Oh no, I say to myself as I realize what is happening. The sparrow is missing one of her favorite inventions. Instantly, I run to the armory and find Anytus, her brother. Anytus, the sparrow is missing. I am afraid Adira wants to use it. Any idea how to stop her? I say urgently. In that moment, all voices in the crowded armory stop and all eyes turn to Anytus. He does not speak, just runs out of the armory into the hall, trailing off to somewhere now it is in his hands. I focus on my own task now. I need to head out and establish the receiving station for the data, as our ground rule says. Be always ready. I have most of the gear prepared. The only problem is that while handling the measurement station, we were always 2 people. Now all capable people are heading out. The standard protocol is to send a few scouts first, and then the main body of the so-called cavalry. For me, that means I am all alone for my job. Even though I am older, I am still strong, so I am able to take 60 kilos on my back. I am slow, but I can move steadily. I take the longer way out so I don't have to use the ladder. We have several main entrances and a few emergency ones. I am using the least used one because it is the longest, the maintenance and loading tunnel. As we have not used vehicles for centuries, it is no longer in operation, but for security reasons the doors are still kept functional. After a long and steady climb of around 1 kilometre, I reach the entrance. It opens slowly to the cold breeze of the ending night. Now I also feel a surge of excitement. Our scouts are already out, travellers are coming, and I believe a huge amount of data and knowledge is waiting. This will be a long day, I say to myself as I set up the measurement station. It is quick, as I have practiced for many years, practicing for this one moment. No do-overs, at least not for the next 3 generations. The first few hours are monotone. I check the telemetry status of all recorded data. Everything looks operational. I have battery power for the whole day, so I should be fine. I am on the edge of the forest with small telescopic antennas and a little balloon above me equipped with electromagnetic sensors. I am collecting everything from radiation, all known and relevant wavelengths, and even some fluctuating antiparticles that were never measured before. Could I find some breakthrough? I keep asking myself, forgetting any other human needs. As the afternoon comes, I still have a few hours of battery left. I hear a sound, something other than birds and the beeping of the measurement stations. Something is moving in the forest. Instantly, I move into the shadow of a tree and watch what is happening, my dagger in my hand. After a few moments, I see the cavalry, or what is left of it. As I see them, my heart breaks. I run to them to help the mutilated bodies of the young warriors. There are 3 travellers among them. "Yrmi, help Ornata, please," says Pallas. "We lost 7 warriors and 3 are missing, plus Anytus," he continues. "Understand," I say and go to support Ornata's weight. As she looks like she will collapse to the ground any second, we go down through the maintenance hall and directly to the infirmary. Everyone who can is helping to attend to the wounded. I hope they will all make it. If there is anything to the legend, please let these young people survive, and let us not lose any more lives. My kind of prayer is with me all the time I help treat the wounds. It takes a few hours as we first start with the ones in critical condition, like Adira. This traveller, Kara, is a great help. As she has some kind of medical education with her, it goes much better. In the early evening, as soon as I can, I head back to the surface to the measurement device. I am running, pumped and ready. I open the hatch and sneak out. I am aware that the enemy could already be waiting for me. This time, I do not head directly to the measurement station but circle around it to potentially discover any ambushes. When I am sure there are none, I approach the station untouched and still receiving data. The battery is on the verge of depleting, but I think we are all good with data. I start to pack as night begins to fall. Records say that the sunset sky after the travellers appear is always magnificent. I am able to see it now, even as the sun sets behind the forest. The colours are so saturated with a touch of magenta. Beautiful, and, at the same time, strange. Why is the sky coloured like this? What changed in the atmosphere to reflect light in that colour? In the middle of packing the station, I stop and collect a few more data points. Don't be so pushy, I tell myself, as I should already be heading back. The hatch is very close to me, but I feel some unease building inside. I pack the station and, with 60 kilos on my back, enter the hatch and return to Cautes. I cannot wait to see the data, what I was able to collect, and if I can bring out some answers. Let's do it step by step. We still have some people out there, and I want to check on the wounded.